going to be talking about why you have no friends. And trust me, ladies, it's not going to be the narrative that you usually expect, which is you expect this to be a negative one. You expect this to be called a red flag. You are expecting that you are going to be called a problem, that you disassociate with people, etc., etc., etc. And this is exactly what I want to talk about today, is this narrative that society has placed on us, and especially women that have no friends, or like one or two friends, a very small circle. They are immediately and automatically placed into this pigeonhole, this box by society and by many others, that we are the problem. And in fact, I'm coming on this podcast to say, as a woman that really has no friends and has lived this way for a very long time, I would say I literally have one friend, which over the past year, past year and a half, I've gradually formed, I think, quite a good establishment of friendship there. But really, my whole life I've had no friends, and I'm okay with it. I've come to peace with it, and I don't have the issue with it, but a lot of other people seem to have an issue with it. And this is what I want to talk about, really, is that if you are a woman with no friends, or a very small circle, like one or two friends, you are going to have people judge you. You're going to have people automatically think there is something wrong with you. And I'm here to tell you there is nothing wrong with you, okay? There are reasons why you have no friends. And let me just go through some of the reasons why you have no friends, and see if you can relate with me. And this is coming from someone that really their whole life hasn't had many friends. And so, I think it's a good way to relate to each other. So I'm just going to go straight into it. There are many, especially I'd say within female friendships, it's a very different dynamic to male friendships, okay? And I think within that there are different complexities about what is expected in a women friendship group, and truth is not one of them. And I know you're going to be like, what? And listen, hear me out. If you are too truthful, if you are too honest, if you are deemed too critical, etc., etc., especially in a group of women, this is not going to go down well. If you are, I don't know, just a little bit out there, a little bit different, but or you really like deep conversations and you can't keep it at surface level, just superficial, these conversations, and you want to go a bit deeper, dive deeper, I have found that I can't find this level of depth a lot of the times within women friendship groups. And I'm not blaming that on women in those friendship groups, but what I think the bigger issue here is healed versus unhealed people. And I think the majority of people in this world are very unhealed. And what I mean by that is people do not have the time or take the time or effort to understand their flaws, to analyze themselves. And I truly believe women that have no friends, or very few friends, like one or two, they have either been hurt, they've either, and yes, let's take some accountability, we've also attracted these people into our lives, but that could have been the previous version of ourselves where we were also unhealed, so we were equally attracting these kind of people around us. But as we go on this self-healing journey, and I truly believe women with no friends or very few friends have gone on the same journey as well, of just not isolation, but they've withdrawn. They've seen something, and they didn't like either that version of themselves, or they saw that actually this is not a friend of mine, and I need to reevaluate this whole situation of me and what I'm attracting to my life, but also what I'm willing to accept and what energy I'm willing to allow around me going forward. So women with no friends or very few friends have become very selective women. And I think that's absolutely fine to be that way. And we're often categorized as a red flag, as a problem, as people that can't maintain relationships. But I would like to argue that and say that actually these women are very articulate, very smart, very energetically aligned to people's energies, and they can sense what's good for them and what's not. And how have they managed to get here? Well, they've managed to get here by doing their own self-healing journey. And I honestly believe you cannot go on a healing journey without having pain to be the trigger of that, usually. And sometimes that happens in women friendships, is that you're triggered by something painful. I truly believe is usually the catalyst of a healing journey, has triggered you to either shift the way you're thinking about, do I want to be around these friends? Is this who I am? And so usually comes from pain or betrayal or something like that. But also it could come from just your self-evolvement of yourself. Maybe you have evolved as a person and you no longer want to associate yourself with that energy because you are now evolving and going on a different path. And that is absolutely okay. And in the interim of that path, if you don't have any friends around you, that's fine. Maybe the universe, maybe something's telling you at this point in your life, you don't need friends. You don't need that right now. We want you to have this time for you to heal, to have that time to yourself, to be selfish with your energy and completely have that energy to yourself so you can evolve and be the best version of yourself. So you can then align with the new friends that you actually will align more authentic to your authentic self. And if that is not something you want as well, and you've realized actually me having no friends is rather peaceful, because let me tell you, it is very, very peaceful this side. Trust me, it's very, very peaceful being surrounded by your own energy. And you know why it's very peaceful? And the women with no friends or one or two friends will completely understand what I mean by this. But it can be very draining being around others, especially others that haven't taken their time to heal. It can drain your energy completely. And when you realize the less friends that you have, or even no friends, it's so funny because it seems to me the less friends you have, the more peace you have. I mean, the irony of that, what does that mean? It's telling me something, if it's telling me if I've got less friends but I'm gathering more peace, which one do I want? I want peace. I want peace in my life. I mean, that is the key of life. I mean, honestly, people underrate peace. Peace is a blessing. To have peace in your life is a luxury. Everyone thinks, a luxury life is a luxury handbag, or something, like whatever, the designer bags, like a Birkin. Yeah, I've made it. This is luxury life. But the thing is, it comes to a point in life, and listen, don't get me wrong. I will not say no to a Birkin bag, okay? I will not say no to luxury items, but this is really, truly not the peace of life. This is really, truly not luxury of life. These are just superficial, materialistic things. But actually, peace is a real luxury these days. It's a commodity that people really take for granted. And women with no friends or very few friends, I can guarantee you, have got a lot more peace in their life, I think majority, than when they were in huge friendship groups. And that is maybe why when we see women with no friends or very few friends, that's some of the reasons why. It's peaceful. You trust your own energy. You know that the energy you're going to come with is going to be one with positive. And you're going to surround yourself with that positive energy. And this is so important that you are surrounded by that positive energy, because that drives you to everything in life. When you know you're guaranteed that energy, that positivity around you, and you're not going to be drained from it, exhausted by it, you can get on with things. you can follow your dreams, your passions. You'll find your life being just peaceful and more productive. And yes, does it get lonely sometimes? It does. But also, being in a big friendship group of friends, you could be sitting there with a friendship group, and you could still feel lonely. So I think the main difference is there's a difference between lonely and being alone. And I think women with no friends or one or two friends, yes, they're alone the majority of the time. But yeah, they do feel lonely sometimes as well. But that's everyone. That is life. That is everyone in life. That is just life. But yeah, so I just don't want... I'm really just kind of tired of this narrative, though, that society kind of puts upon women, that if you have no friends, if you have one or two friends, you're automatically deemed as a problem, You're automatically deemed as a red flag. You're automatically deemed as, someone that can't function or maintain relationships. And I just truly, really, truly believe that this is just a very unfair narrative and just really unnecessary narrative, really. There are many different things in society where people go against the grain, okay, and it's accepted. And I think it needs to come to a point where we need to accept now that people can have no friends or one or two friends and actually be happy. There's not a problem going on, This is actually a conscious choice. This is a selective choice. And we need to start looking at these women like, actually, maybe these women have got quality, that actually they're making a conscious decision. This is not just something they've just like, oh, one day, yes, I'm going to have no friends. I'm going to do everything by myself. I'm independent. No, these women can get on with people. These women are these women can be amazing friends to people. And I know that they're listening right now. If you're a woman with no friends or very few friends, I know that you're listening to this and you can understand what I'm saying. The thing is, no one talks about this really as much, because why would you want to talk about it? Because you will get, you're going to get a lot of pushback on this. Like, if I'm coming out saying I've got no friends, they're going to look at you like, red flag, No one wants to talk about it because this is what society has made us feel like we're a problem. There's something wrong with us. So you're looking at what is the problem? There's not actually anything wrong with... No, there's nothing wrong with you, okay? It's okay to have no friends. Yes, we are social beings, but do you know what? There are animals. I don't know you're gonna be, but they're not human beings. I can maintain a friendship with an animal, a pet. It doesn't have to. Why does it have to be that if you don't have another woman friend, you're an issue? And I'm just going to be the one to talk about it and open, this topic of conversation, because let me tell you, it's very peaceful this side. It's very, very peaceful. And once you understand the peace that you get, it's, as I said before, you can get lonely. And I know there are women out there that have no friends or one or two friends, and they do get lonely sometimes, but then they remember. They try and go back into that they try and open the door again and allow that energy back in, and then they revert back because they realize why they have no friends or one or two friends. Because once you let the energy back in again and you open that floodgate again, it makes you realize, actually, it's not for me. Because then it comes back. All the superficialness, the this, the that, the draining, the exhaustion. And then you give it a go again. You try because you feel somewhat guilty for not having no friends, because that's what society has made you feel. It's made you feel like you should feel guilty for having no friends or having very few friends. So you try and make friends again. And then you realize, I should have just stuck with what my intuition and what I was really sensing, that I'll revert back to my way of just, enjoying my own company, enjoying me being my own best friend, if that is what the case is, or having my one or two friends. And that's fine. That is women, that is fine. If that is you, I want to let you know right now, there's nothing wrong with you. That is absolutely fine. It's just society has fed you this thing that having no friends or one or two friends and all the other people that have got friends, they want to make you feel somewhat, something's wrong, and it's not wrong. Okay? It's not wrong. And I'm not here to advocate to say women should not have friends. No. You should never have a friend. No, I'm not saying that either. Have your friends if that's what you want to do. But if you don't have friends, that is also equally okay. And you've told someone you're content with that. Because what happens is, even family do this. You say like you have no friends or one or two friends. It's an automatic concern. Oh my God, you're going through something. You need to make more friends. You need to have friends. It could be a partner that's telling you this. You need to have more friends. And you're thinking to yourself, I really don't want to, but everyone's telling me I need to do this. So there must be something wrong with me, because you are quite content with this life of maybe just your pet. Maybe you've got a dog. Maybe it's just your partner who's your best friend. Maybe it's your nan. I don't know. Maybe it's just that one. Maybe it's your cat. I don't know. Yeah? But you're content with that setup. But someone's telling you it's not right. You need to have another woman in your life as a friend, And yeah. But yeah. So it's okay if you don't have many friends. Once again, I want to reiterate this point, because many people make you feel like something is wrong with you, and there is nothing at all wrong with you. And on the lonely side of things, yes, it can. If it's got to the point where you feel really lonely and you can't take it anymore, and you need something, then definitely I encourage you fully, women, to go and find that thing. And what I would say, women, if you don't have many friends or have one or two friends, but you enjoy that, and it's not something that you want to make more friends, again, that's fine. I would say get a hobby. Definitely get a hobby. That's what I do. I have a hobby. I have many hobbies, so I would definitely say have a hobby. It's so good for you to have a hobby. And and then again, keep working on yourself, keep growing, use that time that you have for yourself, and then do things that you really enjoy. Like, you don't have to follow the crowd. You don't have to follow, you no longer have to follow what a friendship group needs to do. If you're by yourself right now, you then can go and do what your authentic self wants to do without having to feel like you're not doing something that you don't want to do, which often happens when you're in a friendship group. It's quite a people-pleasing setting, women friendship groups, and what it does, it limits your ability to live out your authentic self fully. And I'm just saying majority, and I'm not saying that there aren't women friendship groups out there that allow you to be your authentic self. I'm just saying generally, it's quite a people-pleasing setting. That's what I find, in my opinion. So if you now have that time, you've got this time now, if you've got no friends or very few friends, to go and live your authentic self. Go and do the things that you love to do. Go and find out what that is. Use this time. And I'm telling you, once you do that, you will then align with people, and you will attract people into your life because you are doing things that authentically align with who you are deep down as a person. And naturally, if you're in those settings, I don't know, maybe you're into crochet, I don't know, I'm just putting it out there. Maybe you're into, I don't know what it is, whatever you're into, go towards that, and you're equally going to align with people that like that. And yeah, so if that is you, and you want to go on that path to open up your your heart for more friendships, then definitely do it at a place where you are authentically yourself, and you will align with similar mindsets. But yeah, what I do find though is that women with no friends or very few friends, they have all similar mindsets. And I'm finding this. I have a TikTok, the Nana Journey. You can go on, and I talk about this subject, and I've talked about it for a while. But recently I had some videos that, they kind of, I got over 1 million views on them, and there's lots of comments on there with women just like myself that don't have friends or very few friends. And we do all have, it seems to be, similar mindsets and thinking about energy and what we want to align with. And we're very selective women. We're not just these harsh, narcissistic, red flag, fearful, avoidant people, which we're often labelled as. We're not. We are very in tune with our energy and what we want to align with. And we are very, very selective of the people that we allow in. And we would rather have quality over quantity, because we understand now the peace that you get with less friends. And we don't want anything to compromise that. And so that's why we're so selective with the energy that we have in. And a lot of these women have really taken the time and energy and effort to understand a lot about who they are. And so they're not willing just to allow anything to come into that energy and disrupt the peace, because it does take time to cultivate that peace in your life. And it comes from understanding who you are, which is usually triggered from a painful experience or something like that, where it's just awoken your eyes to things. And I think having quality friendships over quantity is the most important. And, having a quality friendship is someone that really truly understands you and allows you, and you can feel like your authentic self, is a beautiful thing to have. And I love to see that, But I think we just need to get to a point where we need to look at women with no friends or very few friends in a completely different light. And one which is a more positive one. These women, they're very deep thinkers. I truly believe this, because I'm one of them, and I know deep down I'm not a red flag and what people label me as, but I don't want to keep justifying it as well, because I'm very secure in myself to be in my own company, to have no friends, and I know others find it very unsettling. And but it's not really unsettling for me. I think it's more unsettling for them, because they align more with what society has kind of told them about friendships and things like this. So, there's 8 billion people in this world that we're living in, and there's gonna be a few of us that really do enjoy our own company, have made a selective conscious choice to maybe not have lots of friends or no friends, and to live like that. And we enjoy it. We enjoy the peace. We enjoy it. And I just feel like these women, you don't have to feel guilty anymore, because there are other women like you, and there's many, many women like you out there. So just really stop feeling guilty. Actually look at it as a sense of, becoming, I guess. A sense of how secure do you have to be as a woman to know you've got no friends or very few friends, but you're happy and you're so secure in that. And it is, I do believe that makes a woman quite secure to be in that position, because you're going to have a lot of other people trying to make you feel insecure about that. But if you keep going with that and you're comfortable in that, then live your truth, and that is okay. And I want to be a voice to let other women know. You could be on the train right now, you could be watching this on my YouTube, you can see this visually on the YouTube as well. And I just want to let women know, if you've got no friends right now, or 1 or 2 friends, stop feeling guilty about this, because you are doing fine. It's not your issue, it's other people that have the issue with it. There are reasons why. We know the reasons why. and you got to live with that truth. Keep going with that truth, you know. It's a beautiful truth because it gives you peace. Because if that's who you are as your authentic self and you're living in peace, allow that to be your peace, you know. So yeah, women with no friends, 1 or 2 friends, your circle's very small. You're okay. You're doing fine in life. There's nothing wrong with you, okay? Just use this time, use your energy to enjoy that peace, you know? And if that's what you enjoy and you've cultivated and you no longer want to be drained by other people's energy, that's fine. Nick, because I'm really, really tired of the narrative that women with no friends or women with 1 or 2 friends are red flags. They're not part of society. No, we're doing fine. We're living in peace and we're loving it. Okay? Trust me. We are loving the peace. So yeah. That was it really. I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to just talk about it because it's something a topic that women don't often talk about, because it's often seen as, ooh, you know, what's wrong with her? Kind of. That's the angle you're always going to get. And we just need to look at it in a more in-depth way of thinking, you know. And I think it's true. The less friends you have, the more peace you somehow manage to get, you know. The less friends, you'll notice, the less friends that you have, the level of peace you have in your life increases. So that's what's happened to me, and I'm sure it's happened to many other people, other women out there as well. So, you know, we can't all be wrong, you know. So women with no friends or very few friends, please comment on this video below. I would like to hear your thoughts, excuse me, your opinions on why you have no friends, if you've consciously, selectively made that choice. And it'd be interesting to know. And I just want to let you know, you're not going to be judged on any of my platforms when I'm talking about it or here. And I want you women to know that we are a community here, the Nana Journey community, and I really want you women to feel comfortable on any of my platforms to voice what you want to voice and not be judged, because women with no friends or 1 or 2 friends, or we are constantly judged in such a negative way that it makes it uncomfortable or unsettling for us to even want to say anything, because we automatically know someone's going to judge us for it, when actually we are happy and we're peaceful, and women with no friends or 1 or 2 friends, we have come to a level of peace which we are so content with, and it's going to be very, very difficult for us to go back to that big friendship group, you know. It's just not for us, you know. Anyway, that's it really, women. I just want you to know there's nothing wrong. Again, you're doing great. Enjoy your peace. If you have no friends or very few friends, enjoy your peace. Keep living your life. Keep growing. Keep glowing. You know, if other people feel uncomfortable around it or, you know, have an issue with it, it's okay. Stop justifying yourself. You're happy. They are uncomfortable with the security it takes for you to be that secure. Okay? Maybe they're uncomfortable with how secure you are in that position, because maybe they wouldn't be as comfortable with having no friends, you know. It takes a very secure woman to have no friends or 1 or 2 friends, and to be happy with that, you know. And so just keep being that, you know. And if it comes to a point where you want friends, then do that, but do it authentically to the things that you love, and you will attract like-minded people. But the women with no friends or 1 or 2 friends here, we're all like-minded women. I know you're deep thinkers. I know you think energetically. I know that you are very selective in your choice, because you don't want your energy to be compromised or your peace, and you don't want to be drained or exhausted in a people-pleasing setting, which usually is in a friendship group of women. It's quite people-pleasing. So live your authentic life, be you, and keep growing and doing you. Women, this is the Nana Journey. You are very welcome to the Nana Journey community here. And please comment below. And yes, women, keep thriving and keep being you. Trust me. It will always lead you the right way. Have a lovely day.